Good morning, second graders. We're at Shreiner Farms. I'm here with Phil Williams. He's part of the original second grade safari. And then Carlos is the ranch foreman here. He has been kind enough to let us come out on this Sunday morning and look at the giraffes. I've already talked to my buddy Carson this morning. I went in a little early while we were fixing the camera up, and he's pretty excited to see us. I gave him a little. My hands are all full of lanolin from giving him a little massage on his antlers, and he's quite excited to see us. But he also wants to get outside because it's about 50 degrees outside. And what is it, about 45 you let him out, Carlos?
Yes, 45 I think.
45 degrees
Yep.
out there. What do the camels eat, Carlos?
They eat grass, these branches. We don't feed any rich food like alfalfa. It's too rich for them.
Right.
Even the giraffes, they eat the same thing.
Right.
We give supplements from Purina. It's a special feed for them. It's only for the giraffe.
Right. And that's made in Spokane, is that?
No, this one they make in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
It's St. Louis, Missouri, and they deliver it to Portland, and now we get it from Portland to the ranch. Yep.
I'll be darned. And they'll eat the leaves off of these trees and that kind of thing. They think that's kind of a treat sometimes. You can see that they've been trimmed up there. We used to go and grab a couple of branches off of that. So we'll go in the giraffe barn here. There's two of them. There's one there, and here's the newest one right here. We'll go in here. We found out a little science thing today. Ammonia goes up because these guys have been in here all night long because it was kind of cold. And over here we have a female and a baby, and they're not really all that happy that we're here. They're not used to people like Carson is. This is Carson. This is my best buddy right here. Come here, baby. Yes, you're a handsome guy. And Carson he really would like me to feed him some treats. And he loves to have these massaged, and he's very curious. Very curious. You see all his stripes and his spots here? These are kind of like his fingerprint. Every giraffe has a different one. And another thing about the giraffes is their vertebrae, their back, it's got the same number of vertebrae in it that humans do. But you can see that they're probably a little bit larger than ours. And giraffes, male giraffes, will get about 18 feet tall, and females will get about 15 feet tall when they're fully grown. Carson's pretty well grown. He was about 4 feet when he was born. He came out to the Dallasport Elementary School and ran around the playground and played with the kids a little bit. I usually bring him some treats, but I don't, in what we're doing now, I didn't want to introduce anything to him that had been off the farm. And so you can see this, he's about, I think he's probably about 16, 17 feet. And then there's this female over there, and she looks pretty well fully grown. You can tell it's the size difference. And then he's got a little son right there that's kind of hiding. So anyway, I'm going to just tell you a couple of facts. So they get about 1,800 pounds. They can run 37 miles an hour, and about for a short distance, and about 10 miles an hour just at a regular gait. You'll notice that he's got this tongue here, and it is about 18 inches long. That tongue is about 18 inches long. I don't know. He was sticking it out there. It's huge. It's kind of, I think it's kind of purple. I don't know exactly what they color they say it is, but a couple of fun facts. Let me see if I can get them here. These guys usually inhabit savannas and grasslands, and there's really only one species of giraffe, and they've got about, I don't know, 8 or 9 subspecies. One thing, they only require about 5 to 30 minutes of sleep a day, and they can sleep on the ground or they can sleep standing up too. So they don't sleep very much. I have no clue how that how somebody this big can only require that little sleep. Now when they have their babies, they have their babies standing up. So that baby has to fall. So that baby's probably 3.5, 4 feet tall. And so that falls, that's quite a little fall for them. But after an hour, they can stand up and run. Oh, I know, you like that, don't you? I know you like that. You like that. You are a big guy. You're kind of a big baby, aren't you? Yes, you like that. Oh, 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 oh. Carson, usually when I come up to him out in the field with a treat, he'll put his head down and want me to scratch his antlers before he gets his treat. He likes it that much. And they have got lanolin all over them, and like your hands just get very filled up with that. They eat about 75 pounds of food a day, depending on their activity, of course. They live to be about 25 years old sometimes, but in captivity, sometimes they have to be real careful about diseases and their health on that. So, just a little time with Carson, my buddy. I'm going to have to come out and give him a bath here, it looks like. He's got hay all over him. I know, I'll clean you up, buddy. I'll clean you up. Oh, you are such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes. All right. I think he wants to go outside now, so we'll take a little break and we'll go outside. Carlos will let him out. Carson is. The older they get, you'll see I'm not sure what they call those gnarly things on their knees and their head. That shows age and maturity there. And then here comes the kids. And you can tell that and notice when they're running how their legs, like their right side will go forward and their left side back, and then their left side goes forward and their right side goes back. You see that? That's how they run. And that way, instead of running like a horse, they don't tangle their legs because their legs are so big. Usually the legs, you see Carson's legs are about as tall, about 6 feet tall. That's about the end of our second grade visit. Carson finally got to go outside and get a treat. The only problem with that is that I can't give him a massage except for give him a little nose scratch here, and he's slobbering all over the place because he knows there's treats in the bucket, but he likes to play as opposed to his cohorts over there that don't. So anyway, the first outdoor YouTube or Zoom, I'm not sure how we're going to get this to you, of the second grade safari. Hopefully we get to go back to school soon, and stay safe.